The next thing we're going to talk about is formation. Now, I talked about that we're going to play in a 1-2-1, but actually more likely what I've been encouraging is a 2-1-1, all right? So that's two people in the back, your defenders, and then you have one in the middle and one up on top. When we start play, I'm actually going to start it from the goalie's perspective just because we want to use the goalie, again, as that fifth player. So we're going to start back here. When the goalie has the ball, we have talked about this before. We have 4 seconds to get rid of it. So the first thing I want is the two players who are in the back to get back and wide. That's the first thing we need, all right? And if you look at how far back I have these players, they're pretty far back. They're not up here. That's not good enough. Because a lot of times our defenders, the other team, are going to be right here, right on us. So if you're here, you create a lot of space. So when we're back here, you're doing two things, actually. You're creating a wide enough angle so that you can receive the ball here and get open. That's one. But really, and the really important thing to understand is that when you go from here to here, what do you notice? There's more space that opens up in here, which is great. Now, if we're lucky, as soon as you drop here, there's going to be two people that follow you. Now look at how much space opens up in the middle. This is key, this is important. So the first thing that we want to do is when our goalie gets the ball, within 2 seconds, I need people back deep and wide. And now it leaves a lot of room for these two players to do their magic. So let's say they're marking here and here. All right, so a couple things first is, most likely we're gonna get a pass here. A lot of times you're gonna get pressure. If you're one of these players back here, you cannot freak out. You have to stay calm. Now, that also means you need to be quick with your feet and you need to play quickly, but we need to make sure that we're playing calmly up in our heads, all right? So we're not freaking out when we get the ball so that we don't, that's when it leads to just kicking. And we don't want to just kick to kick, right? We have to know that when I get I have options and I know where to go. One option is to go back to the goalie. The goalie can then use her feet and play. And we can go here. It's the same thing here. You're gonna get pressure, all right? The last thing we want to do is we want to try to take this player one-on-one. We don't want to do that. We don't want to try to take this player necessarily one-on-one, all right? And the reason why is because if you try to take this player one-on-one, she swipes it. This is a problem now. There's no defender, and she's wide open going against her goalie. That's no good. So we really want to see this as almost like a 2v1. So I'm going to play with their goalie, and it's going to be a 2v1 situation here, all right? So I'm going to play it back. We might get some pressure here. I can play it back, and now she's wide open, and now she can dribble into the attack until she tries to get another defender to commit, and then I can pass it off to the person that's wide open there, okay? Now, what are these two players doing? Okay. Well, if we were to take this player and put paint on the bottom of her feet, the movement of this player is going to be in an oval shape. And the reason for that is because when these two players get the ball, or even our goalie has the ball, this player is checking away and then coming to. And why is she checking away? Because she wants to lose her defender. So she's going to check away, and the defender's going to follow her, and then she's going to turn and check to the ball. At the same time, she's going to get open, she's going to get the pass to the middle. So if you were to look at the shape of the paint that was drawn, she came around and back. That's an oval shape. She can come this way and back. That's another oval shape. She can come out this way more and back. That's another oval shape. So this player is drawing oval shapes with their runs. This player is taking up this space all right here. This is this player's space, okay? We want to try to keep this player central. We don't necessarily want to bring this player out. There is also the key player. It's the player that we work off of. This person is really good at giving give and goes. This person is really good at knowing where the pass should go, how fast or slow the pass should be, at what angle the pass should be given. This person is also really good playing with their back to the goal. This person knows how to box out this player, or at least keep them on their back, and kind of close this player out so she can receive the ball. This person is comfortable with playing with somebody on their back. This person head checks a lot, their head is on a swivel, because you have to be able to see both sides of the field. Okay, you can't, let's say you receive the ball from this player, you can't have your total body and your total, all your focus so caught up on this side of the court that you never see this side of the court, all right? So if her body is facing this way and we're going this way and she gives this pass here and we want to try to do a give and go here, a lot of the times this space is going to be open as well. And so this person needs to make sure they do a lot of pullbacks, they're turning with the ball, and then actually maybe servicing the ball to the other side. All right, that's what this person is doing, and some of the strengths of this person right here. This is a key player for us. Okay, if you notice, before I get to this player, something else about these two players. These players are huge in overlapping or just moving off the ball. If you see in a 2-1-1, where's the space that we want to play the ball into space? Here, right? There's nobody here. So we need runs that are where the ball's not going to be. The ball's not going to be, she's going to have the ball. And this player has to be aware of, okay, I see space in front of me, I'm going to make this run, and I'm going to beat this player and make this run here. Meanwhile, she's placing the ball in front into space where she knows this player is going to end up. Okay, so this player's got to have an awareness of that. And this player's got to really move off and really exploit the wings here. All right, and that would be great for us to work on for the outdoor season. Okay, let's get to this player. Now, if this player had paint on the bottom of their feet and they were to make runs, or you would see the space that this player would take up is more this, like this, okay? It's not so much up and down, like this. It's this way, sideways, like this. And again, they're kind of making oval shapes as well, right? They're going this way. So if this player's direction is more this way, up and down, this player's direction is more this way. When the goalie has the ball, if this player is running away and checking too, but is more on this side of the court, I want this player to not be on this side, the same side as this player. All right, so this player has to read this player. If this player is more on this side, then this player has got to stay in her area. Okay, she's not going to come up here. All right, and push all of us up. I need someone deep here, but she's gonna come to this side. And if we can get it to her, that'd be wonderful. If we can get it here or here, that's our goal. So again, if this player is running away, making that oval shape, running away, coming to, but let's say she comes over here and drags this player, then this player now needs to shuffle this way over here. And if she wants to get really over here, that's fine. So this person really has to pay attention to this person here. You guys are really working off each other. If she gets the ball here, and if she's here, guess what? Boom, that's a great first pass. That's a great angle to receive the ball. If she receives the ball here, but her player is directly behind her, she can't see her, right? Again, you understand, most likely she's playing with her back to the goal. And this is not, so this is not always fast play here. But if she's here, opposite of this player, she can receive the ball, turn, and this player now can say, hey, I'm open, boom, and now we have a potential 2v1 situation. Or let's say we want to get around this player here. She can dribble, she's going to wait here, okay? She's going to here, and then give and go here. We can do that. So that's the key with these two players. I did talk to you a little bit about the channels here and exploiting that space here. And these two players have got to see that, Let me run through a couple passing options. So one is this player gets open here, which means this player is going to shift over on this side here and try to find a window, most likely between these two players. So let's say this player only stops short here. Well, if she gets the ball here, this is not a great passing option here because this person's in the passing lane. This person's got to say, oh, here's the window. I'm going to move over right here, so that now when she receives the ball, she can split the defense right here. So this person, that's a great passing combination, and then we can either do a give and go here, or we can right to goal here. And then we're following up, and we're following up, and we're following up. So that's one passing option. Another passing option, we go here, all right? So she's gonna commit here. We can go back here. Some teams might, by the way, some teams might actually man mark, like, so this defender's on this one, this defender's on this one, okay, they might man mark, or some teams might not even see these two and just try to shut us in, right? They don't want the ball out. All right, at this point, this is where the goalie can put the ball up in the air a little bit to try to get it to one of our deeper players, center or even back here, okay? Let's say for now, for the sake of showing you some passing combinations, let's just say that they are defending more man on man. So they're gonna get wide, and then she's gonna get the ball here, which is gonna draw this person's attention, which is now gonna leave all this space open. So there's a couple ways of what could happen. We can go back to the goalie, and the goalie can then find one of these two or this person, and the same combination then of play happens, right? So here, and she's gonna be wide open at this angle here, and now we might be just doing some give and goes here, all right? The same thing as the other formation. From here, we just went out here and then back to the goalie, and the goalie serviced it from her feet, all right? Another situation that can happen is, let's say we go to the outside again, we draw this person back out, but let's say this person is playing more defense on this side, which means it leaves this channel open. Well, this person can actually move way over to the side, and we can play a line ball, right? Like basically close to the line here, all right? Now, as soon as that happens, this person's gonna get in on the play, and this person's gonna come up to help support this, and this person's gonna drop back through the middle, right here. So now, again, we have a situation where she's going to goal, and if she's bringing this player, then this player can move off the ball and come in this way, or come up on top. If this player comes more up on top, this player can overlap and get far post, waiting for this player to either come back and do that nasty little weak side pass and in, or let's say this player drops it back for support, this player can either shoot or 1-2 touch it to this player, and we can knock it in that way. So that's also a passing combination as well, all right? Again, I'll show you real quick. So from here to here, she sees it here. She's gonna pull in this person here. This person's gonna go in to create part of the triangle. This person's gonna say, oh, okay, I'm not gonna do any good here necessarily, and there's nobody up here in this space, and she's right here. I'm not gonna stay close to her here because taking up the space for this player, so I'm gonna overlap and come over weak side here. And meanwhile, this player's got to come back through the middle. Now this player is important, that's really important to notice, because we always need someone in the back around the midline. Why? Well, because if everybody's pushed up, all this space is open. Not only do we smush ourselves, right? Look at all of us. We're all on one side of the court. We're all very smushed. This does not do anything for us. It closes the inside of the field. All right, we don't have very good angles, and this is very tight play, which means we have to have really good foot skills, really good passing, really good touch on the ball, and that's hard for a lot of teams. So if we spread out more, now we've created more space for ourselves, right? And that's what this person does for us. This person also, let's say the goalie on their side gets it, well, they're going to be really quick to get rid of the ball, just like when we have the ball, when our goalie has the ball. Well, if we're all up here and now these two players are here, she gets the ball and she notices these two players open. That's a quick transition for them. That's a goal for them, right? So as long as we have somebody back here, that helps out defensively as well. It helps to eliminate some of that quick counterattack that the other team might be able to do.